Hey, that was a pretty good reload.
Thanks, man.
And that kind of brings me to one of the things that I see on the range a lot. A lot of times when I'm dealing with new shooters or inexperienced shooters, they don't understand what it means when we say, you know, do your reloads in your workspace. You know, do everything in your workspace. So, if you got a second, let's just kind of talk about it.
Sure, man.
So, a lot of times what I see out on the range, you can see that I've got a clear weapon here. I'll get students that are out there shooting, and then they'll run dry. So they'll immediately drop down and start looking at their weapon, now taking their eyes off their target or off their battle space. They'll start fumbling around with their stuff if their equipment isn't set up right, and they're working down here with their equipment, right? So one of the points that I emphasize on the range is workspace, right? So keep everything in your workspace. Now, what does workspace mean? Well, when you're looking down at the ground and you're looking down, you're concentrating on how to do your reload, because it takes a lot of fine motor skills, right? You've taken your eye off of the battle space. You know, the battle space is a three-dimensional area. You know, you got to keep your eyes open all the time. So one of the things I tell my students to do is when you run dry, bring that weapon straight out in front of you. Now that serves a couple of different purposes. One, I can see through my weapon in case I can still address any targets that may come at me, whether it be, you know, retrograding to a safer position, whether it be muzzle striking. I have options, okay? I can see what's going on. At the same time that I'm coming back up, my non-firing hand or my support hand is going back to where my equipment is. I'm indexing that magazine. I'm inserting it into the magazine well, and I'm seating it home. I rotate the weapon. At the same time, I'm manipulating my grip. I'm visually seeing that round get seated, back on target.
Sounds great, man. And that sounds really technically sound, and I think that that sort of mindset as far as training is concerned is really important. You know, as in training how you fight and employing those techniques on the range, it translates into a dangerous situation. You're head of training at Head Down Products, correct?
I am. I'm the director of training for Head Down Products out in Dallas, Georgia.
Excellent. If people want to know more, they can go to
headdownproducts.com.
Sounds good, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, so here's the drill. Bring out the equalizer, right?
Yep.
You're gonna the concentration on this drill is your reloads, right?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that you bring the weapon up to your workspace, visualize the round being chambered. Let's go through all the proper procedures and let's time it, and let's see if we can beat I don't know, an arbitrary number, 13.53.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna shoot the little popper guy there.
All right.
Make it a little bit more difficult.
Shooter.
You ready to go?
Stand by. Okay, not bad. 14.54. All right, shooter, stand by.
That's gonna be 10 seconds.
10.94. So that was smooth, clean. Now, can you honestly, like no shit, can you feel the difference between going that way and then powering through the way the first time you did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
there's a big difference.
yeah. So the old saying, and I actually hate this saying, slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Absolutely.
But if you just relax and you go through the motions, 1, 2, 3, and you get back on target, you were a lot quicker and you weren't even really pushing yourself.
Right.
All right. So next time we'll talk about maybe doing some reloads with the long gun or press check. That's always a good one. But hey, man, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Shaggy.
No problem.
Appreciate it.